Welcome back, everyone, to Pineleaf Plays the Dragon Disciple, where we last time found the planar eye of the night, and now let's see what the next planar eye we need to find. Hello there. Just as I said, yes, those artifacts are dangerous in the wrong hands due to the manifest zones that they create. I wish I could promise that the process of collecting the other eyes would be easier, though I would guess that the next one would be a bit more benign. Oh, what's next on the list? Next we come to the Eye of Danvi. Danvi being the plane of perfect order. You might hope that would mean obtaining it would be perfectly straightforward, but that is not the case, alas. What? Let me guess. Bureaucratic red tape, the most dangerous foe of all. It seems that the Eye of Danvi has fallen into the hands of a very rich and, if rumors are correct, very corrupt collector named Barrington Worthridge, a well-connected lawyer. He's resisted all our attempts to purchase the eyes, so we're compelled to use other methods. There are reasons why we're using an adventurer like yourself. Speak with the housekeeper, Harper Price. She can tell you how to enter the apartment and relieve him of the artifact. Okay. Now, why is the housekeeper? The housekeeper must really be disgruntled if she is going to be helping us to get into the house. That's all I gotta say about that. Greetings, adventurer. I have some information about the Eye of Danvi. My employer is a man named Barrington Worthridge, a distinguished lawyer among the Sharn elite. I have long suspected that he has been involved in some strange dealings. Just last week, I overheard him speaking with someone in his office while I was cleaning out the hall outside. He promised the man that he would take care of the eye and keep it out of the museum's hands. He said that it would be safe in his gallery. Lo and behold, when I was cleaning in the gallery, I saw it. An orb of light unlike anything that I've ever seen before. Okay, and why are you telling me this? Housekeeping isn't the most lucrative profession, right? When I saw the thing, I knew that it must have been the Eye of Darnby, and that if Morgrave University was interested in it, I could pad my pockets a little by sharing what... Oh my goodness gracious. Money was her motive, okay? You can find the eye in the gallery of Barrington Worth's apartment. You can get it in by using this key. No one should be home, aside from his security, that is. If Worthridge ever finds out that I gave this to you, I could lose my job, or worse. I expect that you'll take as much care as possible. Right, okay. I'll head to the apartment. Order in the court. Of course. Alright, let's go and look for this seedbed of corruption where not only is the lawyer corrupt, but so is the housekeeper.
You step into the lavishly decorated entrance to Barrington Worthridge's penthouse suite. Apparently, he keeps the Eye of Danvi locked away in a gallery with the rest of his collection of rare artifacts.
That is locked, okay. They really love these circular buildings in Sharn, that's for sure. Well, let us be discreet for now. So I'm not going to smash everything in the world.
A shimmering barrier blocks the entrance to this chamber. A power conduit on the ceiling snakes into a nearby room.
Okay. Remember, opposites attract. Opposites attract. Okay, a little bit of a puzzle there. Hi! Oops. Okay, and Bash, bash. Oh, what is this? This is the... Hold on. Gallery. Security room. Okay. So I guess I am going to have to disable this place a bit.
Configuration of gears connects to a power conduit that leads out of this room.
Okay, so... Opposites attract. Okay, so... Opposites. So this is blue. So the opposite of blue. Oh, he's turned on the blue. I just try and think. Is he? So does that mean that? So if we turn this to their on color, I know you said opposites. We'll try opposites next. Okay, so let's go to the white one. And then go to the green one. Well, it's worth a shot. Okay, well, how about if I look for a clue then? Just in case the opposite attracts had something to do with that. So that's locked. That's locked. So the most easily accessed building was the security room. That sounds typical DDO. But what does this do? What's the... I'm just trying to figure out, is there a way to guess what's going... Oh, hold on. Yeah. Okay, this is most definitely coming from here. From there. To there. But the problem is, am I going to have to go through each of these in turn? Oh, wait. I had the blue aligned wrong. That's the opposite position. And that's the opposite position. And that does not attract in any way whatsoever. Or detract, or subtract, or anything tract. Okay. Oh, hold on. What if red goes here? In other words,
the mechanism clicks into place, and the power conduit winks out.
okay, haha, the opposite wheel. All right. There we go.
Judging by the rare antiquities that line the walls, you've found Worthridge's gallery. The Eye of Donvi hovers above a pedestal in the center of the room.
It can't be this easy. This is the Eye of Donvi. Okay, pick it up.
The Eye of Donvi has teleported you into a strange new place. Is this a courtroom? A huge sphinx in the back of the room nods its head in greeting. "Welcome, stranger," says the sphinx. "I am the guardian of the Eye. A challenger for the Eye must follow my rules. Come, let us talk."
Okay. Welcome to the Eternal Court. I assume you have come to claim the Eye. Doing so is not as simple as taking it and going on your merry way. No, you need to prove to me that you deserve to take it from Mr. Worthridge. Oh, so I can't just take it. The Eye will not stand for being handled around like any common artifact. It demands justice and order. The only way to judge your merit is through a fair trial. You will accuse Mr. Worthridge of any moral failings or corruption that you think make him unworthy of the eye. Here, in the Eternal Court, you will present your case. Accuse Worthridge. I don't even know him. One's home has ample information about its tenant. You will be able to find plenty of evidence that you could use in this trial. Find 5 artifacts that you wish to use as evidence to prove your case. When you've gathered those materials, ride the elevator up to the top floor. The eye will bring you back to the Eternal Court and to commence the trial. Okay, 5 pieces of evidence, huh? Well, shouldn't be too difficult, I hope. Bigwig like Worthium must have something to hide. All right.
The Sphinx says that you may take the Eye of Donvi, but only if you can find evidence proving that its current owner does not deserve it.
All right. That would be the case. I would presume then that this dimension door is how I get back. Well, I suppose that tracks for a artifact of order. If you want to take it, you must do it in an orderly fashion. I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. Whoops. And there you go. Whoopsie daisy. Is this still going to be all constructs? That's going to be a real pain. It'd be nice to have an enemy that isn't either a construct or undead, considering the abilities that I have. Alright, I can't open that up. I cannot open that up. That looks impenetrable. Okay, good dog, good dog. Good tasty dog. Okay. There you go. Okay, now let's not be disorderly by breaking the house. I mean, we are trying to take something orderly here. So let's open this up. Aha. Oh, there's a note right over there. And I am sure that find all 9 pieces of evidence. Oh, collect 5 pieces of... Oh, there are 9 pieces of evidence, but we only had to collect 5 of them in order to complete the quest. The other 4 are optional. Alright. Worthbridge, Vaunt has been compromised. You know what must be done. He was in with Vaunt. Well, that's definitely evidence. Okay. You know, I am not exactly favoring someone who is in with Vaunt. Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. Sometimes you... Yeah. Let's see. I guess I'm not going to get through there. Restroom, it looks like. Yeah, there's the shrine right there. Okay. And in here. There's a hidden area here. Let's see what we've got here. We've got... This note has been sealed inside of an envelope, clearly about to be sent out. We both know the real reason why your daughter attends Morgrave. You have 3 days to drop the charges. Okay, well that sounds like blackmail to me, so I presume that is evidence piece number 2. The real reason she attends... I have no idea in what way that could be blackmail material, but okay. Is there a note in here somewhere? Oh, a lever. Ooh. That dog is just gonna sleep through this? Okay. Is there a note in here? Broken device. A busted device. An old Vault Arcane assistant? Parts of it are scarred and blackened as if burnt under high heat. There is a note attached. This one is one of the few that survived the fire. Keep it safe until I can sell it. If anyone finds it, you're toast. Okay, that's number... That's 3 of them. Okay, fine. I guess that's the reason why I came in here, is for that piece of evidence. Okay, what's this way? Whoopsie daisy. And you. What's this way? Whoops. Whoops. Okay, fine. Let's try that. Okay. Maybe trying to bite the dog is not a good idea. Powering down. Let's see, what is this? This is the upper level control room. Okay. This is the unlock the elevator. Unlock the 2nd floor. We can do that.
When you pull this lever, you hear gears screeching in the lobby.
Yeah, right. And what's over here? Oh, I came full circle! Oh! How about that? Full circle. Okay, so that's the next thing I need to do then. Anything else I need to find here before I go? I still have this door that I never opened. No, probably not going to get that one. That's probably something for a rogue to find or something like that. Well, I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just head on up the elevator and see what's there. Oh, that's the elevator to deliver the evidence. Apparently... Oh, this is to the 2nd floor. Okay, so I opened up the second floor and I opened up the elevator. Those are two distinct activities, apparently. The elevator is so that I can deliver evidence eventually. And opening up the second floor is so that I could do my second part of my search. At least that's going to be my assumption for the moment. And you. Alright, we'll deal with you first. Okay, we will start with this one. Another restroom. And over here. It's been a while since I've seen any evidence. No. Hold on. Ooh. Oh. I was hoping that there'd be something on that lectern that would be nice reading material. Nope. Nothing to grab there. What's this? Pile of money? Substantial amount of cash. Ooh, why would Werther have hidden this money away? Oh! That's the piece of evidence. Okay. Fine. I was not expecting the evidence to be money. Oh, that's locked. Okay, let's see. I've got at least one more that I need to find. Did I go in both directions? Ah. This way? Barry, I've had it. If you want to be a member of this family, you need to be honest about where you go out all night. Where is all this money coming from? I'm taking Junior with me. I can't, in good conscience, let him live with a criminal. Sylvia. Aha, Sylvia. Well, I presume that's his wife? Well, if his wife is leaving him, for something like that, then yeah, I would presume that something is not quite right. Okay, let's see. Oh, a gold key. Okay, and we had a locked door up here. Okay, so now we have enough to go to court. But we can get more. This is Junior, I will presume. The child's room. Werther holds hands with a woman and a small child. There is a note hidden underneath. If you want to keep them safe, you had better do what we ask. The Arum doesn't take betrayal lightly. Okay. Well, we're not going to do anything with that. Okay, so we've got 3 more if we want to complete the optional. Is there anything in here? No, I think I already took that, didn't I? No, that's just a VIP crafting item. Do I have to be a little bit more destructive in order to find the remaining 3? I mean, there's always that possibility. Did I read the book that was in this room? You find a sacred text. It doesn't seem to be very, very useful. Whenever lost in the dark, fear not. It is there in the shadows where the whispered one lies. Count yourself among the hands that lend him the secrets earned in your blood. Okay. In other words, nothing useful. Those worth a shot. Well, nothing useful then. I suppose this will have to do. The elevator has been unlocked. Riding the elevator will teleport you to the ethereal court. You may not leave until your quest has been completed. Alright, so go to the ethereal court.
You re-enter the ethereal court. The Sphinx dominates the room as before, but this time, an apparition of a man sits beside it. Empty benches line the walls, seats for a jury that doesn't seem to exist.
Alright, so the evidence is all gathered here. Apparently there's room for 3 more pieces, I guess. Just in case I have them with me. The Guardian of the Eye. Oh, okay. Do it. Talk to him like this. Welcome back, Pine Frost. Now that you have prepared your case, we can commence the trial. There are 3 charges that you must attempt to prove. Just as each piece of evidence you have found can help to prove a different charge, each charge poses a different challenge. If you find Worthridge guilty of any, you will have proven yourself worthy to take the eye. However, proving his guilt in additional challenges will get you more rewards. The eye takes pleasure in seeing justice done. Okay, and what sort of challenges? Just as you must persuade me of the defendant's guilt, you must also persuade the jury. While I am questioning the defendant, you will ask you to perform a variety of tasks meant to sway them to your side. In the end, it is my opinion that weighs heaviest, but losing the jury's support will make the trial more difficult for you. These are the challenges in question. Corruption, entertain the jury. Bribery, convince the jury with your words. And blackmail, defeat the jury's doubts. So, which charge will you prove? Corruption, bribery, or blackmail? Is it that Worthridge over there? That is not Mr. Worthridge. That is merely an image meant to represent him. The eye knows its owner well enough to create a simulacrum of their personality and their likeness to make the participation in the trial as accurate and fair as possible. And what happens if I lose the support of the jury? The more you fumble, the angrier the jury will get. They will make it more difficult for you to complete the challenges. Right. So, now, these are the items here. We have the... I just wanted to make sure that I go over all the evidence and understand exactly which one of these is most strongly supported by the evidence. Let us try blackmail. There seems to be plenty of stuff related to blackmail in here. Now, see what I have to do here in order to go on to this. What sort of challenge? Let's try blackmail, and in this, defeat the jury's doubts.
You tell the Sphinx which charge you wish to prove. Then, an illusory jury appears before your eyes.
Of course.
Eager to begin.
Oh, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Apparently in Sharn they have panels of 20 jurors then. They really like to have a large number there. Okay, so prove charge 1, prove charge 2, prove charge 3, prove we're guilty of all charges. I will need a lot more evidence for that. Read the instructions after presenting evidence. And prove Barrington's words as guilt. Okay, dokie. So this is prosecutor's desk. You refresh your memory on the contents of this letter. It says, we both know the reason for your daughter attends Moorgrave. You have 3 days to drop these charges. You found the letter in a sealed envelope. Worthridge was about to send it to somebody. Okay, let's bring this to the stand. I mean, this sounds like the most blackmail thing I ever heard, right?
Now that you have finished examining your evidence, you must present it to the judge.
Okay, so place the object of the evidence on the evidence stand across the room. Oh, this is the present evidence. Okay, you describe the item to the Sphinx. Your Honor, this letter reads like a defendant is trying to blackmail somebody into dropping a case.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, Defendant, explain yourself.
You know what I say? Hearsay!
Order in the court, says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
Okay, then I guess we have... You must assuage the jury's fears, clear their doubts, and face their judgment. Are you ready? Okay.
Worthridge scowls at the judge.
As I said, I'm just holding on to that for a friend.
Oh, just holding on to it for a friend. Okay, that's what they mean by...
Just as the others fade, a new wave of enemies appears.
Okay, more doubts. I guess there had to be a restless juror, okay. Juror's doubts. Okay. We'll try that one then. Okay. You've been awarded 15... Oh.
Yet more foes enter the court.
More foes. More illusory foes. Jurors' questions. Okay. Okay. I was wondering how they were going to represent this in BDO.
The last of your enemies disappears in a cloud of mist. The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence.
All right, our next piece of evidence. Well then, what about this vault thing? However I interact with it. You found this busted arcane assistant amid Worthbridge's belongings. All the arcane assistants were supposed to be destroyed after the harmful magics were revealed, but it seems that Worthy is being forced to hold on to it for someone. Okay. See about this. Your Honor, I found this old arcane assistant in the defendant's home. They were all meant to be destroyed. The defendant is being blackmailed on the holding on to it, which surely has affected how he handles his cases.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself."
You know what I say? Hearsay!
"Order in the court," says the Sphinx. "This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case." While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
You must assuage the jury's fears, clear their doubts, and face their judgments. Are you ready? I'm ready. Alright. Jury's doubts. There you go. I object. There you go. Ouch! I'm sure there'll be more.
Just as the others fade, a new wave of enemies appear.
Okay, you can go down, you can go down, you can go down. And you... Oh, oops.
Yet more foes enter the court.
Of course. Ouch. Not constitution damage. Oh, jurors' judgments. Boy, they are getting nastier.
The last of your enemies disappears in a cloud of mist. The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence.
Okay. So now we have... This illusion depicts Worthridge and a woman standing side by side. A child stands with them. Worthridge's family. Someone might have been threatening him by using his family as leverage. You describe the item in the Sphinx to present your case. Your Honor, the woman and the child in the illusion seem to be the defendant's family, both of whom are suspiciously absent from the defendant's home along with their belongings. I think that someone is using them as a way to get him to do what they want.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the
You gonna say it's
circumstances
hearsay
surrounding
again?
how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself."
You know what I say? Hearsay!
He says
"Order
the
in
same
the
thing
court,"
every
says the
time.
Sphinx. "This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case." While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
Boy, what an easily bored jury we've got here. You must assuage the jury's fears, clear their doubts, and face their judgments. Are you ready? Okay, ready.
Worthridge scowls at the judge.
As I said, I'm just holding on to that for a friend.
Something from...
Just as the others fade, a new wave of enemies appear.
Right. I said holding on to a notes from the family. It doesn't sound like something you hold on to for a friend. Well,
Yet more foes enter the court.
of course. There you go. Okay. Try that. You're down.
You've finished the challenge and submitted all 3 pieces of evidence to prove this charge. The Sphinx beckons you over. I have reached a verdict. Come, let us talk.
Congratulations, Pinefrost. Due to your efforts, I find Barrington Worthridge guilty of this charge. You may stop here if you desire, but there are other charges that has been accused of that could use your attention. The corruption and bribery. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I've got enough in order to prove those, because I only have 3 pieces of evidence left, and I don't think they're enough to prove either of the 2 cases. So, I think I will have to rest here.
With all the evidence you found, you were confident that Barrington Worthridge would be proven guilty. Now that the Sphinx has announced their ruling, the eye is yours.
Alright, fine. Okay, so now return to the primary material plane. Take the Eye of Donvi. Now the Eye of Donvi, that is still in the in wherever it was before.
Accompanied by a group of hidden hand cultists.
Uh-oh.
Thought you could sneak in here and steal the eye without me knowing. The second you tripped my security system, I started rounding up my friends here. Hold up. But time for you.
Okay, so he's in the hidden. Well, that I was not expecting. Okay, you got Sharn Hidden Palm. Oh, and you? That Jinn is a bit of a pain. Okay. And now this is higher. Not that big of levels. Yeah.
The last of the cultists falls, leaving only Worthridge glowering in the corner.
Bravo! You finally got what you wanted. Are you happy now? Please, just take the eye and get out of my apartment.
Uh-huh. Pick it up.
After all the trials and tribulations you've been through today, you are finally able to claim the Eye of Donvi.
Right. Well, that was interesting. Well, now, I think that's all in a day's work, and next, let's head on back to Moorgrave University to deliver the object. You're working in a madhouse. Now that you have the eye in hand, I should be receiving my share of the reward. That amount of money could help me to move out of the lower district. Goodbye, Mr. Woodbridge, and good riddance. Here's your share. Good luck for going forward. Good luck to you too. Okay, well, chilled quarterstaff of Goblin Bane? Well, I'll see if that's a useful upgrade or not. I mean, my current chilled quarterstaff is only +3, so yeah. So I do like that Dragon Bane that's in the old one. After these 2 adventures, I suspect that I haven't done this series of quests before. I remember the other planar ice set. I remember doing them in the past, but this set I do not remember at all. So this is possibly a blind playthrough, or at least so far forgotten that it's effectively a blind playthrough. But I think I have at least one more eye to look for, and it looks maybe even two of them. And we'll see what they're about in the upcoming episodes of Pineleaf Plays The Dragon Disciple.